Morning. Good morning. How are you? Hang on a second. Oh, there's so much technology in here. It's great. I love it. I'm so grateful. Oh my goodness. And then there's also so much technology. Hang on a second. I just need to bring myself up on my phone. And there I am there. Good morning. Hey, Melinda. Nice to see you. Make sure you say hi. Hey, Robin. Let me know where you are joining us from today. Sorry. Let's look at the side of my head here. There we go. Oh, my goodness. And then there's also so much technology. All right. I'm turning myself down. Wow. Okay. I'm going to be a bit more. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Yay. All in. Gets faster and faster all the time. All right. How are you? Beautiful day yesterday in the world. Hang on a second. Engage your brain. Michelle, engage your brain. Wow. 8th of the 8th yesterday. And you know what? I kind of knew it, and then I didn't know it, and then I knew it, and then I didn't know it. You know those things where you know that it's the full moon, but then you kind of forget that you wanted to do this and you wanted to do that, and then it gets to the end of the day and you're quickly running around doing everything because it's a full moon. Or it's the 8th of the 8th and you are just doing stuff and going with flow, and then at the end of it you go, it was the 8th of the 8th. That kind of thing happened to me yesterday. So I want to share again. I love sharing my own personal stories with you guys because one of the biggest or best, I don't know, take what you will. The most important thing that I have done in my life in relation to money is tune into my spirituality and tune into my soul and my intuition. And when you are in the middle of a financial crisis, that sounds so way out there that you kind of go, well, hang on, connecting to my spirit's not going to pay the bill man that's knocking on my door right now. I know, I've been there. That's what Money School's all about, by the way. Practical stuff, emotional stuff, spiritual stuff. So it takes you through those whole steps. And yes, I had to do some practical things to get out of the situation that we were in. But I also really deeply connected and opened my mind to a new way of living, a spiritual existence, right? So I learned a lot about going with the flow. I learned a lot about the law of attraction. I need to bring this one over to here so I can see everybody joining. There we go. That's better. Give me some love. So I know there. Anyway, so I chose to really just do the little practical bits that needed to be done, but really open my mind and expand my world in the spirit and soulful space and go and learn, go with the flow, law of attraction. What are my thoughts? How's my mindset? And I started to work on all of those things. I was listening to somebody yesterday talking about how the year 2000 was a real awakening for them. And I think when I look back on that, the year 2000 was a real awakening for me. It's when it kind of really started to go in motion. It's actually the year I married Jonathan. So 17 years ago that I have been deeply working in this space and looking at things in a different way. So what I want to share with you, that was a really long way of saying, let me tell you what happened yesterday. So yesterday, 8th of the 8th, right? Money School is coming up. We have, morning Emma, morning Lisa, we have our next intake of Money School starting in October. So everybody's going to be seeing that and hearing about that. We're in the planning phases of that at the moment, the marketing of it. And we were going to have my team, we were going to have a meeting about it, I think it was 3 weeks ago, and 2 people got sick and we had to put it off. And there was a part of me that was going, oh, hang on a second, we're going to run out of time. And then I went, no, it's the little whisper. It's okay, let it go. It's all good. Go. What else is required? Then I started working on something else. Then last week we were due for the meeting on Thursday, all booked in, ready to go. And then I got the call on the Wednesday from Channel 9 to do that media piece. PR trumps everything, said Michaela. So then the meeting got cancelled again, and we did the PR, which actually turned out perfectly because now there's content, there's a blog post, there's Facebook stuff, there's, all of that comes from that. That's great. So then we put off the money school conversation again to yesterday. And even that was, so the two previous meetings were going to be sit down live planning 3-4 hour workspace, right? We're down to let's just get started and have an hour's conversation. So yesterday we're in the get started, have an hour's conversation mode at 3:00 yesterday afternoon. Maybe it was even 3:30. And it just flowed. So it starts flying out. Like, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it, and we're going to offer that, and we're going to put that in there, and the Academy members get that, and the Money School people get that, and flow. And it just was so easy. There was no debating about stuff. It was like, yep, that'll work. What about this idea? It was very creative. And it was all because we were all going with the flow. When you let it just... When you stop forcing things to happen and you go, oh, okay, so that's not working, let me go another way, it's all okay. It all turns out okay in the end. So what I wanted to say was, picture in your mind sitting in a little rowboat floating down the stream, okay? And you're just floating along and you're going downstream, not down big hills or anything, but you're just floating downstream and you're taking it easy. Then all of a sudden, the stream is going this way, and then your boat sort of floats over that way, and that's okay. And then there's a bit of, tumbling, and you're riding it, and you're okay, and you're smooth. Ride it. If you turn that boat around and start pushing it up that stream, it's going to be harder. It's going to be much more harder than lying in it, taking a little bit longer, maybe. I don't know. I reckon if you were forcing a boat upstream, that takes a lot of energy, right? Takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot of that shoving below the line kind of energy. When you flow, and I'm not saying flow, lie back and let everything else take care of itself. You do have to take action, and you do have to step into the space and do the stuff. I mean, I'm the one that's doing the phone calls and setting up the Skypes and doing the things that need to be done. Nobody else is magically doing that. You still have to take the action. So what I'm stressing about is flow. It's a feeling, and tune into what that flow is. When you tune into flow, I just wanted to say quickly there, you start to see things that you would normally in the past have called a coincidence. So those things when you're thinking of somebody, oh, I must call my mum. And, well, not in my case, but you guys maybe. I must call my daughter. And then she rings you. And you look at the thing coming in on the phone and you go, that's a coincidence. Coincidences, for me, are like this hookup spiritually. It's like a spiritual hookup that's going, yep, see, that's right. Given, I don't know if any of you have read the post that I wrote in the Rich Living Room yesterday. I think I shared it on the business page about the letter to my mum and all of the coincidences that happened to me last week. They weren't coincidences. They were signs. I know somebody watches here that's always asking about signs. They were signs. And what do I take away from that? What do I make those signs mean? I can turn into a meaning-making machine and go, well, that sign meant that, and that sign meant that, and then that sign meant that, and then try to piece together my life. Or I can recognize it as, oh, isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? I am connected spiritually. Move on to the next one. Oh, look at that. Wow, that kind of blows my mind. Interesting how this spiritual stuff works. But you see how I'm then not grabbing that sign and going, make it mean something. You acknowledge it and you go, I wonder what that could be. I saw a bird. Maybe look that up as a spirit totem, but don't bring it on, but then don't guide every single step you take. Do you know what I mean? It's a sign. It's a message from somewhere, I don't know where, and I won't know where until I've passed over. It is a sign saying that you are on the right track. Or it's a sign saying, hang on a second, are you sure this is what you want to do? And it's giving you an indication for making a choice. Right? So make sure you look at these signs or coincidences as signs. have a quick look at them and see, okay, what does that mean? That's great, move on. And use the energy of that, right? If you then just go, okay, look at all these signs I grabbed this week. I'm now going to put them in chronological order. Actually, no, I'm going to put them in alphabetical order. Actually, no, keep moving, keep going with the flow, keep going with the flow. Is that making sense for everybody? Can I just get some love hearts? Because I don't know, it sounds right coming out of my head. If it's making sense, or if you've got a question, can you just pop your question there and I'll have a quick look. The other thing I wanted to let you know about is after the money planning session yesterday, if you're a member of the Rich Living Academy, you're going to be getting some very special offers, very special. You're probably ones that'll save you about $400. So members of the Rich Living Academy, make sure you start looking out for those emails about Money School. And of course, if you're not a member of the Rich Living Academy, ta-da, Robin may like to share a link. Robin will whack that up for you now. And you know what? I was also drawn to give you guys a card. So hang on, let me just do that. So Robin, if you wouldn't mind, there we go. The $44 is on for a little bit longer, not too much longer. So if you're interested in joining the Academy, what cards am I using? From a beautiful girl here in Brisbane, Joe Klima. Here they are. Look at them. I love them. They're all these beautiful powdery. Oh, we're going with that one. Popped out. Sacred Knowledge. Isn't that pretty? I'm really liking this geometric stuff. I need to go and explore that a bit further. Sacred Knowledge. So hang in there. Let me tell you what that one is about. There is an abundance of wisdom. There is an abundance of wisdom we can receive from nature, animals, the stars, the planets, and the universe, which is often overlooked. Such intelligence is the key to our survival, happiness, and spiritual growth. Take a step back from your physical self and connect with that ever-present underlying nature of all things and feel its love, peace, and connection to all. Stop it. That's what I'm talking about. So what I just said in 10 minutes there. Here's an affirmation. I am connected with all beings and feel the wisdom of all of life embedded within my body, mind, and spirit. I am connected with all beings and feel the wisdom of all of life embedded within my body, mind, and spirit. There you go, number 11 viewer. Good morning. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.